Do I look tired? Because I freaking am. Okay, where do I start? I don't even know where I left off in my last video. Saturday was busy as hell at work, and then Sunday was busy too. Sunday I kept getting pissed off because the fucking Ukrainian girls, I hate the fucking Ukrainian girls and the fucking Russians. I hope that not all Russians are like the people that I'm working with, because if they are, I hate all Russians. I don't want to hate all Russians. I just want to hate the people I'm working with because they suck. Okay, moving on. I got home from work at 12 o'clock Sunday night, and Mike and Elise called me, and they were like, hey, well, actually, they'd called me earlier, and they were like, hey, can Elise be dropped off at your house at such and such time, because Mike has to be up early, so he can do his blah, blah, blah. I was like, fine, whatever. And then they called me, and they're like, yeah, so apparently that's not going to happen, so we'll just see you in the morning. And I got off the phone with them, and I was like, you know what? I would really prefer her to be at my house tonight, so that I have her, so I can get her to the shoot and not have to worry about them getting to my house the next morning. It's kind of like waiting the last minute to get the thing that you need to get right before you need it. Yeah. So, Mike was annoyed. Elise was like, okay, whatever. Elise is awesome. So, Elise came over, and she slept over, and apparently Mike was annoyed that she was going to sleep over at my house that night, and then sleep over at Jack's house the next night, and not, come home to him and cuddle. Apparently he was kind of pissed about that. So we took us a little while to get to sleep. It was about 2 o'clock when I finally passed out, and we had to be up at 7, so I got 5 hours of sleep. We got dressed, we got in the car, we gathered all our shit, and we went to Brandon's house. I almost forgot my makeup kit, but I remembered to bring it. And that apparently was a test. Brandon was going to tell me to bring it, but he decided to see if I would remember on my own, because last time I forgot it. Then we were there early in the morning, and took a little while for everybody to get settled, and then we rehearsed for 11 hours. Yeah, 11 hours straight of just rehearsal that first day. We got a lot done. We planned a lot. And then we went to bed. And Ricky got the spare bedroom because he's a rather large man. And then Jack's mom was like, okay, the girls can sleep in the bed and the boys can sleep on the floor. And Elise gets the bed for sure because she's so tired. I mean, Elise, went through hell. She is such a little trooper. I mean, seriously, we banged her up, we threw her around, we gave her real bruises when we had taken the time to put fake bruises on her. She had bruises all over her by the end of the shoot. It's like, wow, we might as well have just done that to begin with instead of wasting our time on actual bruises. But that would have meant having to give her a black eye, and no. There's a link in the sidebar to the pictures I took. But then we went to bed, and I was like, no, even though I want the bed, I would prefer to sleep next to my boyfriend. She was like, okay, so she and Jack shared the bed, and that was rather amusing in amongst itself, because Jack's interesting. That's probably the only time he's had a girl in his bed. And she's engaged. Huh. So they were all like, yeah, we're gonna get up at 7. I was like, oh, fuck that. I'm gonna sleep until 8. I will see you guys then. And Brandon didn't want to start till 9 anyway, so why do they all want to get up at 7? And Jack's like, it'll be 8 hours of sleep. That's 8 hours. That's plenty. 7 o'clock, alarm goes off, and they're all like, oh, turn that shit off, and rolled over and pulled the blankets over their head, and I was laughing. I was like, see? I told you. We didn't wake up till 8, and we didn't really get started till 9:30. We all got up, and we got dressed, and we ate, and we watched a little TV, and we kind of enjoyed our morning. Then we prepped, and we rehearsed a couple more times, and then I went to go get my brother because we needed an extra pair of hands because Jessica was there the day before, but she wasn't there for the actual shoot, so we needed my brother to do the part that she was doing. It wasn't a part, it was just holding the whiteboard. Pardon me. I had a Hot Pocket earlier. Then on the way back, we picked up Subway and we all ate, and then we actually started shooting. We did 7 takes for the master shot, just in case. And then when it came to all the shots after the master shot, they didn't really work. Some of them can be redone. Just Jack and Brandon, they can shimp it. They can use the dummy and whatever. But I think there's one where they might need Elise to come back. But we'll see. But it was overall a really productive day, and we learned a lot from it. We really did. It sucks that we have to do a couple of more shoots, but we learned a lot, and it was good. But the thing that pisses me off is Mike, Elise's fucking boyfriend. She called him because she missed him the night that she slept over at Jack's house. She called him because she missed him, which was fine. And he was pissed off at her because she had interrupted his Star Trek TV show. He was watching it on his hard drive. I don't know why he couldn't have just paused. It's Star Trek. Your fiancé is calling you and being very sweet. Okay, but whatever. And then he wasn't going to come. Like, originally he was going to come and get her and take her home between the 2 days and waste gas and time and money and energy just to bring her back 7 hours later. It just did not make any fucking sense, so we talked him out of it. And I was gonna take her home tonight, and he ended up calling and saying, hey, I want to come by and say hi to everybody and get Elise, and we're like, okay, you can do that. We're not done, but you can come do that. And we were starting to wrap up, and we were starting to clean up and stuff, and when it comes to our shoots, you don't just come by and say hi. You come by and you work. Like, even Brandon's mom, she came by during the shoot and she helped. I mean, she didn't do any heavy lifting or anything because it's Brandon's mom, but she gave feedback and she made comments and asked questions and stuff. And since he was coming by at the end of the shoot, he was gonna get to help clean up. And he came. He watched everybody clean up. Now, I had done a lot of cleaning, and Elise, she was exempt from cleaning, so I went inside to be with her because I was done. I was kind of getting pissy and stuff like that, and the boys had it under wraps, and then Hunter came inside and sat down, did nothing. Jack came inside and washed his hair, so Brandon was outside by himself, and Mike came in, probably said hi to Brandon, came in and sat down. I go, you know what, guys, y'all should probably go outside and help. And he laughs and he goes, there are mosquitoes out there, no way. And I'm like, I'm allergic to mosquitoes. I know how bad mosquitoes are, but just put some off on. And he's like, no, these are Texas mosquitoes. They don't know what off is. They think it's deodorant. They just go around it. I was like, okay, since no one else is going to go outside and help Brandon, even though I have to leave in like 10 minutes, sure, I'll go do it. So I went and did it. I was pissy because I'd worked so hard all day, and the people that had been there half day or not at all weren't doing anything. So I went out there and I helped finish cleaning up. My brother felt bad and came outside too, and I said, just go back inside because he didn't have his shoes on. That garage is kind of bad for sharp metal bits everywhere because Jack's older brother used to do all of his armor working in there. This is running really long. And then Mike threw a little shit fit and wanted to leave immediately and sat out in the truck for the next hour while we watched some of the footage. So I'm kind of pissed off that he showed up at all. You show up, you don't help, and then you throw a shit fit when you're asked to help, and you want to go? That's a waste of time, money, energy. You're just a fucking pussy. Jesus Christ, this is really long. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish in the sidebar, wherever it is.